Introduced for the VOD. Welcome to levelupyourgame.net. I'm Disrepute, and we are here today to see the Clanbase Eurocup 22 Grand Final Quake Live Team Deathmatch 4Kings versus Alpha. 4Kings in the upper bracket, undefeated so far in the knockout stages. Team Alpha knocked down to the lower bracket by 4Kings himself. They need to win 2 best of 3s to go home victorious. We have just seen Alpha take out Metsu in the lower bracket final, so they're in form to win today. So it could be an interesting contest. 4Kings are probably the favourite though. Deep inside, when the two teams met last time, 4Kings dominated this map. So it'll be interesting to see if they can repeat that. Interesting to see Team Alpha without issue on this map. He is one of their best players on this map. 4Kings line up with DK, Krisa, Verb and Zik, the two Poles, the German and the Czech. Team Alpha, Demon, Maddox, Sparty, Keki, Belgium, Sweden and Finland represented there. And we are on a German server. Here we go, players readying up. Key players to watch on this match has to be Verb, for 4Kings, and I'm going to pick Maddox for Team Alpha. They're going to be my key guys. Although Krisa, he has a habit of just pulling out some of the most amazing TDM at all the vital moments. Of course, we have followed this Clanbase Eurocup through from the start this season. It's been really good, lots of great games, and we're going into this new year with more coverage. ESL, EMS still going. That's reaching the final stages as well, as is the esportsheaven.net FTP Championship. That'll be on Thursday. We do have a game on Wednesday coming up as well. ESL, EMS that will be. And as I mentioned earlier, the possibility of a LAN Team Deathmatch tournament at DreamHack alongside the normal dual tournament. Everybody go and show their support for that possibility in the ESReality.com news thread about it. The admins are deciding if it's worth doing an extra tournament. They have the capabilities, they just need the support from the community on their side, otherwise we don't get an extra tournament, we get nothing. Also remember to join #TDM Pickup on QuakeNet for all the TDM fun you could ever have, varying skill levels playing in that. Simple as adding up to the bot, join a server, 7 other guys, 4v4 TDM, learn your trade there, start a team, enter these leagues, and before you know it, you're where 4Kings and Alpha are now in the Eurocup final. Eurocup, probably the most prestigious cup in Team Deathmatch. Of course, Clanbase over the years, a supporter of Quake TDM in the vise of Quake 3 originally, now Quake Live. Great to see it back in the Eurocup.
Impressive.
Still waiting for half the servers to ready up. There is a Nations Cup Team Deathmatch, of course, as well coming up for Quake Live Team Deathmatch and CTF. Won't forget that. Which hopefully we will be covering both of those, especially TDM if I get my way. Potentially looking for a regular shoutcaster for CTF. I believe Issue will want to do some, but he'll also be playing in it. Still waiting for the Team Alpha players, Maddox and Spy, the two Swedes to ready up, Creaser, Czech player to ready up. Spy, of course, playing for Fnatic. They didn't have a great time versus 4Kings last season in the EMS. Losing to them in the final in what has to be one of the greatest displays of individual skill I've ever seen in Quake Live TDM from Creaser. You should go and watch the VODs of that later. See how he won it on DM7 on the final map. Here we go. Everybody's ready. Eurocup 22 Grand Final is underway. And we're following Verb straight away. My man to watch, luckily enough, as he gets that first railgun gun at the bounce pad rather ridiculously against Maddox's machine gun. Not a guy you want to try and risk that against. He goes up to 10 health, but he does survive. Missed the rail, but has to back off and health up in this quad area. Now 4Kings will probably be coming in a little bit cold. Alpha, of course, had that titanic clash against Metsu just before. So they might be a little bit slow to get going, but they are 5-1 up, so forget I've just said that. Quad coming up any time soon. Between 30 seconds and 59 seconds it can spawn. There's only one power up on this map. And here we go, Verb in prime position to take it, but Keki comes in and saves the day with a brilliant shotgun. DK though, diving in as Keki ended up not making the jump, and he's moved straight over to this red armor as he takes out the Finn, and moving through after he's picked up the red back to the quad area. Presumably what we're going to see from either team is trying to control this quad bridge area and then do as much as they can over at that red area to stop the other team stacking up, as well as timing this mega health. This is where DK stands at the moment. Mega health giving you an instant boost of 100 health, goes up to 200 health but counts down back to 100. Keki rushes in, getting a bit of a revenge kill there. 4Kings 17-8 up. They have the initiative. Team Alpha playing very carefully, 3 of them down in this basement area, going for this mega, and they actually miss out to Creaser, and that was, oh my gosh, bit of a mistake there. As Maddox goes down, teleport frag on their own teammates, Team Alpha, and not in a great position here. 10 frags down, 2 minutes played on the clock. Coming up to the second quad damage. Verbs move right the way across to red armor as well, and it looks like 4Kings have got the run of all the key areas, red and quad. Team Alpha just sitting in that basement area, content with mega health. Trying to get the yellows as well. Coming up to quad. Verb's already in position to defend it, of course. Oh, Keki coming at the bounce pad. Easy LG for Verb. Also easy for the pole. 30% LG he's got there. Oh, goes down as he picks it up to Keki's shotgun. Good work from Keki, surviving, just going underneath and round. Frag difference remains at 10 though. Still following Verb. Oh, and Keki gets him again with the shotgun. Don't want to emphasise how powerful that gun is in TDM, but you'll see a lot of frags from it. Good plasma work from Keki there. That was brilliant. Oh, knocks it up absolutely perfectly for the kill and finishes off with the shotgun again. But look at that, he's been set down to only 12 health, has the health up, and he's just going to have to do a bit of running away and stacking up for the next few minutes, but he doesn't get the chance as Zik long range MGs him down with the help of Verb at point blank range. And it has closed up the score a little bit there. The quad save has kept Alpha in striking distance. Look at some of the stats that Zik's got. He's got 75% rail, 30% LG. Won't be many shots fired yet, but if you can keep that kind of accuracy up, 4Kings will be looking in like they're in a good position. So Zik takes the red armor and the rocket, and now he's going to move towards this bridge area. Try and just catch out the alpha players from behind, and well, it looked like they messed each other up there. As Maddox goes down off the spawn, now Zik knows the red is going to be up here. He's going to have to get this and go straight to quad. Be in position for a quad run, 130 health. Oh! Almost hit some absolutely sublime rockets, but just were a fraction off there. Oh, brilliant finish on Maddox. He's down to 7 health. He goes down to Keki's shotgun again. The Finn. Amazing form with his shotgun here. Really dishing out the damage with that boomstick. And it's a 4-frag game, although Creaser comes in and changes that ever so slightly. Just rushing round and already built up that lead of 10 frags again. Oh, caught out by Sparty's shotgun, which was just that little bit better than that of the quad carrier. And we're a quarter of the way through this grand final, map 1. Remember, 4Kings can win it in 1 best of 3. Alpha need to win it in 2 best of 3s to take it home, as they're coming from the lower bracket. 8 frags is the difference. We're following DK. He has got a rail in hand. You might want to peek some rails at that quad area if they don't control it already. Has got a shotgun as well. And usually you'll see TDM players, they if they do have a railgun, they'll like to get another almost melee combat weapon in comparison, say a shotgun or a rocket, maybe a plasma, just so they can defend themselves at close range and last second saves. You can see 66% rail there, but the gap is closing as Alpha control this bridge and quad area. Oh, German player misses the rail there. Unlucky. It was a good position to take up. And he's now got that red armor. This is going to work. Oh my. Nice jump rail there as the Keki moves in there. Don't give him his shotgun. Whatever you do, DK. And DK does take him out. There's going to be one more red, I think, before the quad. But will DK have time to stay around that area? In fact, he's pushed away from it by the cess of the fresh of spawn TA player. Gets lucky on the spawn of the LG up there, and he's going to move round to quad. He's probably going to be perfectly timed, although he's intercepted by Sparty and taken out. Quick sharpest. Sparty's backing off with only 2 health. He's going to surely miss the quad, although he goes down to TK, still trying to rush the quad area. And Verb, we see 4Kings had control of that room as he takes it. Well, I don't know how that shotgun went through Sparty, but it somehow did. Does get the kill though, so it's not really that important. Even if he did take a bit of damage that he probably wouldn't have, he's rewarded with that red armor. Time for him to stalk the lower corridors looking for those easy frags. In fact, that's where Team Alpha has spent a lot of this round so far. In those lower corridors, at least the first couple of minutes we saw, they were keeping it close when they were out of control. 60 to 50 the score, a 10 frag difference. See the 4K team like to try and control the red and the bridge quad area, and then try and get a time on the mega, practically controlling as much as possible. And Alpha have been pushed back a little bit. Nice shots from Verb. Let's have a look at some of his statistics. 36% machine gun, very good. 40% rail, and we saw a nice rail shot from him. Yeah, LG on LG as Demon goes down. Belgium versus Pole. Pole comes out on top. First impressive for Verb there as well. Still, frag difference remaining roughly 10. 4Kings can't quite pull away, but it looks like they will be set up really well for this next quad damage as Verb takes the red. Going to move around and jump onto the bridge. He's always had great movement in Quake as Verb going to catch Sparty out with some excellent LG bounce pad, but he's still got to make it. Demon just sessed him down, but it doesn't really matter because 4Kings are going to be in the ideal position to take this quad. DK defending that bounce pad, takes out Sparty on the rise, and Kreisa is the 4Kings player with the power up. No mega up as he moves around. He's only got 1 ammo. Although he doesn't need any more ammo on the shotgun, it looks like, as he's got an LG plasma and rocket launcher. Although not much ammo on them either. Oh, switched to the shotgun. I don't know if that was automatic. I presume not, because he had higher weaponry in his arsenal. He did have opportunities to pick up the ammo as well in the shotgun, so probably a little bit of a mistake. But unfortunate to run out as well. Sparty, the fanatic player, playing with Team Alpha for this cup. As we're reaching the halfway mark of the map, he's got his rail up, he's been caught out of position here by Verb's rush with the LG, but he managed to back off really well. He'd just taken that mega health, so he was always going to survive, and now... Oh, Demon trying to ambush Verb, but he was wise to it. And Team Alpha get control of that red armor briefly. And now it looks like they've got position on bridge, and DK trying to ambush on the mega, but Spy's got it timed. He's got support from his teammate as well, and he's going to take it. So this is a complete turnaround by Team Alpha. They need to start making inroads into that frag difference though, and then set up for the next quad. The next quad will be coming up soon, as Alpha got up the bounce pad. Zik causing them all kinds of problems with that LG. Still following Sparty for Team Alpha. He took that last mega. There's that Verb just sneaking, caught out by the Swede. DK goes down in this quad area, and Team Alpha looks like they do have the better position just before the quad's going to spawn. Although Sparty's being pushed to bridge. And look, quad's sitting on its spot. Oh, Maddox just taken out by Kreisa long distance, and Kreisa takes the quad again. Oh, lovely rail, just adjusting his stepping backwards to hit it, to line up with a strafe jump. Brilliant play from Maddox, 53% rail for him, 33 LG, 36 MG. Good aim statistics. As they are approaching 100 frags, and just ever so slightly increasing the lead. The way he just sits back against that shotgun and doesn't rush in like many players would, including myself. Just try and get in as close as you can so you can't miss, but of course against shotgun that's the last thing you want to do. Kreisa very controlled in his play. 99 frags for 4Kings. Can they hit the century anytime soon? He's just trying to share his guns here. His teammates don't want it. There we go, triple figures for 4Kings. Yeah, they're just 23 frags behind. Not a massive amount, but still, it's been hard to build it up for that for 4Kings. And Alpha are going to find it hard to come back. Keki just going back for this last yellow before the quad. Good timing on that. He's going to get completely caught up by Verb's shotgun. He absolutely ripped him apart there. And eventually goes down to Kreisa. He's only got 11 health, so he won't be the quad carrier. But he is in a good defensive position. Oh! Goes down to Maddox, his jump shot with the shotgun, and 56 seconds is when the quad was taken. Zik takes it. He's got a good armor stack. He's got nice weaponry. Oh, and straight into the rocket of Maddox. His movement kind of messed up his LG aim there, and he actually goes down to Sparty in the end. And again, it was a 4Kings quad, and you can just see how immense individual skill, but the important thing is all the team play. Tactical play, the positioning as a team together. controlling those items. The quads have perhaps not looked that easy to get, but you saw there the quad carrier was close to 100 when he took it. Just took damage afterwards. Was perhaps a little bit rash through the doorway. Sparty picking up this shotgun and moving round towards Miguel. He's going to wait for that. He knew the time on it clearly. So he's got a nice lump of health to run around with. Keki, of course, just taking yellow. Almost hit by a stray nade, dropping down. Just trying to force them out of their holes. Team Alpha players. Aggressive shotgun push by Sparty. It worked out perfectly, in fact. Oh, missed that point blank range one somehow. And Creaser, to be honest, got away rather luckily against Sparty's attack there. He should have perhaps expected Sparty to wait for him. He eventually does go down to Sparty. And we've just been following Sparty for all this time since the last quad. And it looks like he might even be set up to take it, although he looks like he's actually committed himself to defending the area rather than taking it. Verb runs straight into him. Brilliant play from Sparty. Again, another brilliant shotgun. Keki takes it. He's only 34 health now. He has to be careful. Oh, almost into the pummel of Verb. Gets the kill instead. Didn't quite get the 225 as he does as he goes back. And there's another one at mid, but he'll leave that as he drops down for the lower yellow. Surely going to get this frag and then move towards the red armor. Make sure that's cleared out. He's only got one ammo though on this shotgun. I hope he realises that. He does have a rocket handrail to hand as well. Red is empty, and in fact he looks as his team are losing the bridge area. Presumably the armor is going to spawn in a second, and he will be rewarded with 3/4 of the way through this first map. Roughly a 30 frag difference. 4Kings in the lead. Current ESL and Clanbase champions, of course. It challenges Alpha from the lower bracket. It's an uphill struggle, and it's going to be even harder if the map ends like this. They need to start pulling it back now if they want to have a chance on this map. This was 4Kings picked though. Keki just getting that red and running straight across. He's just ignoring Sparty's aggressive play on the 4Kings play. He's just interested in his own game, getting the health. Pawning off a rocket launcher to Demon. And now we're closing in on quad time again. Oh my god, I bet he wishes he didn't give Demon that rocket launcher now. Jumped right in front of him. And with his own rocket launcher he got killed. Demon going to make a push on this bridge now, ready for quad. Fails to jump badly, he has to do a rocket jump up. Might work out alright. He's going to have to rush the quad area though. 56 I think it was. There you go, Verb takes it, and 4Kings, to be honest, were practically unchallenged there. Mainly due to that mistaken jump by Demon, but at the same time, where were the rest of the Alpha players? Verb getting a pummel with quad. And with only one quad damage remaining after this, looking very comfortable for 4Kings. Excuse me. Nice direct rocket. Eventually does go down to Keki's push with the lightning gun, and we're back on the fin again. Let's have a look at some of his statistics. He's got that LG out. He's hitting 30%. It seemed to adjust quite a bit as I was pressing it there, so I guess he hasn't used it that much. 30% plasma would be exceptional if he's been using it. Fair man, oh my god, ambushed by DK there. DK unfortunate to miss the rel and finish off the kill, although Keki, really aggressive push. Oh my god, brilliant direct rocket after a very nice push with that LG to get the revenge kill. And just stacking up again slowly. Keki gonna wait for the next red and then move towards quad. So we'll stick with him, see what kind of attack he can get in here. Unfortunate Christ just coming in and whittling down his health a little bit, but not too much, and he perfectly jumps it across, unlike Demon in that last power, so he should, yeah, push this end, I think. Oh my gosh, 4Kings got 3 players there. His teammate pushes in, but there's only 2 of them, it looks like. 4Kings could have taken a lot of damage there, though, so if Team Alpha getting quick, Creaser did take a bit of a rocket as he picked up the quad. He does go down, but that was the last power-up. And unfortunately for Alpha, it's too late to come back now. 34 frags down. It's not a massive victory for 4Kings, but it's not close either. And we're going to go into the second map. Alpha have to win the next 2 maps to take it to the next best of 3. So the pressure's on now. Oh, excellent rockets from Sparties. Look, brilliant! Look at that air rocket. Absolutely brilliant play. The finish with the shotgun. Ever so comfortable. Sparties looking very good. Fnatic should be happy that he's getting a lot of practice here in this cup. There we go. Creaser, 43 frags. He's the star of the show in terms of frags. So they're looking across. Sparty, 41 and 32. Actually getting a better net than Creaser. Unfortunately, the rest of his team, it's negative nets, and it's all positives for 4Kings. Back to Almost Lost, our standard warm-up map. Let's just check the old IRC quickly. There are no item timers allowed, I'm afraid, in Clanbase, so that the spectators can't sit on comms and tell the item times to their teammates. Which is fair enough. Of course, they can still watch the stream and time stuff themselves, or have a coach sit there while they call out item times. It's kind of impossible to stop that kind of thing. In fact, it might be easier to just make it a rule that you're allowed a coach. But this is one rule that does affect the spectators. Not being able to see the times, but it doesn't really change the game that much for us. Whereas it can massively affect the team's play. And this is 4Kings map choice. It is Grim Dungeons, the old DM14 from Quake 3. We have a battlesuit, we have a quad damage. Not a much more tactical map than the last one. A bit more tactical, a bit more campy, perhaps. It can be, potentially. But we saw, earlier on, a lot of assessing of the red armor area. It can be quite aggressive. You can see some exceptional power-up runs on this map. And it is intriguing how the power-ups play off each other. So, map 2 of the grand final of Eurocup 22, Quake Live Team Deathmatch, 4Kings vs Alpha. 4Kings 1-0 up on the maps. Grim Dungeons it is. 4Kings pick. This is levelupyourgame.net. I'm Disrepute, following DK with the railgun. 2 frags up to the good already of 4Kings, and they have a good position. The Demon, what a brilliant aggressive attack there. Does get caught out eventually, but it was pretty creative from the Belgian. Now power-ups could be from any second onwards, so we might see players just start to sit around that quad area waiting for the power-ups. Maddox drops down already. Clever play. Look, they see Verb. He's obviously got a yellow armor. He's waiting there already. Team Alpha do get the power-up, and there's a bit risky to go at that bounce pad. Knowing how 4Kings play, they like to rush through as quick as possible. There is Verb. Only 1 health on the battlesuit player. 1 rocket as well. There's the 50 up for him. That would be a bit of a lifesaver, but you've run out of ammo. And he's surely going to go down. He goes down to the pummel of the Polish player Zik. for 4Kings. And there we have it. The quad is slightly before the battlesuit. Now 4Kings generally, in the last year or so, rather than splitting up the times of the power-ups, they've generally tried to keep them together. They tend to beat everybody on this map. They are the masters of it, but they have been known to lose it as well in Team Alpha, of course. Didn't have a great match on it earlier on, losing to Metsu, but it was pretty close, could have gone either way. Sparty moving in from that rail position with the rocket launcher. Looks like he's hoping for the red arm to pop up behind him, but DK drops down with that shotgun and he's rewarded with that armor. Some of the statistics saying 66% railgun. Too early to tell if that's gonna stay. 27 to 15. 4Kings again. They just build up this early lead, and then 4Kings have a habit of the way they play of not really losing it. They only seem to gain. It might be slowly, but they never seem to lose it fast, at least. Creaser just haunting this other side of the red armor area to the TA players. He eventually takes out both of them. Look how low health he is. That is the exact way to play this area. Survive as long as you can, and look, Verb with his 50 armor. Battlesuit is second to quad, and Demon's got nothing to work with really here. Only the rocket launcher, but he's only got 56 health. He does get the 25. Take out Creaser, but still only 70 health, no armor. Running in, Quad's just picked up red as well, but he's caught him perfectly and takes out Verb with some brilliant rockets. Knocks up Zig. Another great frag. Shoots his own teammate in the back, unfortunately, just to let that little run down, but brilliant play from Demon. It looks like he might be pushing on to this yellow LG, trying to hold this a bit with the spawns. Although if he's not careful, 4Kings will rush in and take over the red. There's two 4Kings players there. He can do a good job here. Oh my god, what a ridiculous aggressive attack with the nades by Verb. He must be absolutely fuming after that. All the 4Kings were there. He was just about to probably take out a couple of them if it hadn't been for those nades. And Alpha would have been right back in it. But instead, he goes down and suddenly 4Kings have rushed back in and taken control of red again. DK takes the armor. Coming up against Maddox. Messes up the jump briefly. In fact, he's taking a rail for his troubles as well, and he's lost out on the rocket. He could be caught out here. It's amazing how something as small as a little failed jump could potentially lose them the area. That's the kind of level we're playing at now. Absolute top level. Mixed fortunes for Creaser there. Got a lucky spawn to get a kill, but also he's always going to die pretty soon as well. Look at this Demon controlling this spawn, just moving across to the other side, trying to force the spawn. Creaser. Excuse me. Quad goes down instantly to 4Kings. Looks like they completely messed that up, holding it. Maddox pushed in the back by the LG, but he's escaped, and he's got a lot of armor. Oh, misses his rockets, but he still survives. In fact, Zik just ran for it. And there we go, it's only a 2-frag game, and DK might have been better just sitting back for a little bit there until Maddox was out of reach. Maddox has used this battlesuit expertly, brilliantly. Look at him. Done so well, killed like all of 4Kings. Probably should have switched away and had no weapon there, because Zik can punish you if you give away the gun. There he goes, takes out Sparty with that. 4Kings back in the lead by a frag. So efficient at not losing 50 frags at a time. Keki moves in with this railgun, misses that first shot. Misses another shot on Zik and another. Oh, eventually just saves himself. And it's an impressive to boot. As you see, a second impressive by Keki. Let's have a look at his statistics. 50%, yeah, that's about right from what we've been seeing. 2 frags is the difference. DK rushing in there with nothing. so close. Frag for frag at the moment. And we've seen quite a few from Team Alpha of team kills. Could be enough to cost them the map. 4Kings up by 2 frags. Zik desperately trying to control this rocket launcher end of the red armor room. Long range rockets, which NVC always seems to have a problem with, but the Zik world class TDM are proving that they are the correct technique for this map. He's only got 4 health. He would have been caught out by the spawner. He did well to move away. Verb moved in on his own. We saw all the other 4Kings players at the red armor, and oh, good combo play from the 4Kings players, taking out the battlesuit. And we should see the quad damage. Verb rushing around. Oh my god, Demon outshafting Verb with a quad. That's very impressive from the Belgian. Look at that, 41% LG, 76 rail. Ridiculous statistics there. And Verb trying to ambush him is not going to do too well. Rail was up, he's just ignoring it. Instead wanting to rush in, probably call his teammate to go and get it, I guess. But he didn't have one himself. And he is quite low on the LG ammo.
Tied.
Demon is actually in a very, very good position here. This is one of the things you want to pick up if you're not as experienced in TDM, is the positions that players stand when they're controlling areas. You can see Demon was protecting that middle bounce pad. He could get the spawns at the rocket launcher end. He could go to red armor easily, and he got a first sight on the rail point, as well as being able to back up the shotgun. It's all at the middle position. You should have people on the doorways, of course, as well, blocking them off, and use that position as a backup guy. See, Demon's gradually stacked up his armor here to 68. He's got 80 health, and we're approaching the power-ups again. He doesn't want to give too much away here. Don't lose too much, although they're going to have to pressure the quad. Quad is first before battlesuit, which should suit the battlesuit players if they can push in and just leave one at battlesuit, although it is a little bit more risky than doing it the other way around with the quad. As we see, Zik's moved into the battlesuit area. Verb gets the quad damage. He's got about 50 armor. Keki does take the battlesuit. Down goes Creaser. Where's that quad damage? We saw him travelling towards rail last. Yeah, Keki should be trying to listen and find out where Quad is. Quad is in that rail area. It sounds like he went down, in fact. Creaser just grabs the red right in front of Keki. Keki eventually manages to blow himself up, even though he had battlesuit. Something, of course, that would not have happened in Quake 3, or until very recently in Quake Live, as battlesuit you used to do no splash damage to yourself. But now you can easily blow yourself up. Again, the score so tight. 3 frags in it. Team Alpha on top at the moment. We're just about the halfway point of the map. 20 minutes to be played out. Every 2 minutes of the power-up spawns, a battlesuit and a quad. And this is where we're getting the mean frags from, the power-ups. Or at least that's the team's plans. Team Alpha just sitting back here. 2 of their players. The other 2 rush in from obviously more advantageous positions. Didn't have the shotgun room secured then. In fact, their setup's not quite as tight as I would have thought it'd be. No one on the rail position, as you see Keki trying to cover it now. It's almost a little bit too late, as Verb's a very aggressive attack. Neither player took any damage there though, so it's interesting. Keki's double stacked, in fact. Interestingly enough. I guess for this battlesuit, although look at the position, they're obviously under some pressure. Creaser takes the quad, and he did have a good armor stacker, but that's gone down thanks to a rail and a bad, unlucky spawn for himself. Oh, nice rails from Keki. Perhaps easier made because they're from the bounce pad, but look at that. Quad pushing in with the railgun. This is danger for Keki. He could go down to a quad rail. Kills Verb on the spawn. Verb again, maybe go down. A little bit rash flick from Keki, but he does take him out, and Zik now to go down. Excellent play from Keki in the end as it runs down. 60% rail there, 59% rocket. Excellent statistics for the Finn. Of course, a lot of the Finns are in the team XT. Keki not one of them. He decided to team up with Team Alpha, and it looks like it's paid off pretty well. Team Alpha, a relatively recent formed team for these seasons, as opposed to 4Kings, who have been around since the start, winning Q3 League, Clanbase and ESL leagues. 4Kings Alpha yet to achieve anything like that, but they're in position to take it to a third map at the moment. We're leading up to the power-ups. Keki's not really doing much. Going to switch away from him. Follow DK. He looks like he's stacking up maybe for a power-up here. We'll follow him because Quad is going to be first as well. Going to get this third yellow in a row, presumably. And the LG sitting there, along with the shards as well. So he's going to be pretty sweet for this. 4Kings trying to push through. You see, they just push earlier. A lot of teams would sit right back. But this is the sign of experienced players. Oh, DK, it looked like he just got knocked onto the bounce pad, otherwise he would have dropped down. Hit a good stream on Demon and sent him into the void. So Demon escaped that, perhaps rather fortuitously, but he did pressure the quad as well. Now he knows the quad is going to be inside the red armor area as he tries to push in himself. Doesn't hit any great rockets, just little bits of ones. Eventually Zik goes down, as do the other 4Kings players. The quad must have gone to a different position or died. Didn't see him around at all. Obviously it ran out before Battlesuit though. And Demon picks up that red armor. Alpha looking in very good shape on this map at the moment. Although, that's not very good defending of the shotgun room, letting Verb just walk in with an LG. You see, perhaps Demon should have pushed into that room as soon as he had the red armor, considering he had a shotgun to defend it with and an LG. And there we go, not securing a doorway, lets 4Kings push right in and cause all kinds of chaos. Demon with that red armor again. Going to move through, perhaps defend this doorway more tightly this time. Unfortunately, he runs out of ammo just before he's going to pick it up. He's down to 1 health and inevitably goes down to the machine gun of Zik. Oh, excellent nade, point blank range. Takes out Spy with the shotgun as well. He goes down to Keki's rockets. Keki been playing really well in my eyes. Standout player for TA. Here we go, Sparty though. Can he reverse that opinion of mine on this map with this quad run? Oh, DK! Ripped apart by the rockets of Keki. Brilliant play. Just aggressive attacking, and here we go, Sparty. Oh, Verb's rocket takes him out before he can do too much damage to the 4Kings players. 20 frags is the difference. We have a quarter of the map to go. Alpha do need to take this map to take it to a third. If they lose it, 4Kings are the champions, but they're doing everything right so far. Rushing in against those rockets, he takes out Keki. And the second frag before we move to Sparty's point of view. He's trying to be careful, not get Sis down from distance, trying to hit the air rocket. The second rocket does collide with the 4Kings player, knocking him away. And that beautiful 50 health is up for him. Must be getting tense for 4Kings now. They will want to take it in 2. Of course they've got a lot of maps they could lose. They could still lose this and 2 more and still be in the tournament. Whereas Alpha don't have that luxury.
Excellent.
Still, that 20 frag difference as Crease is backing off. Oh, expert control with the Rocky. Just delayed it beautifully, the drop of the mouse control right on to a direct on Sparty. In fact, we might have come to the right point of view at the right time with Crease. It's always around this time he starts pulling out some astonishing play. Oh, he's going to go down here, going up the bounce pad, takes out Maddox. Demon, again the power-up guy. Nate just hitting him. Oh, doesn't want to point blank range Zik. Just backs off steadily and takes him out with the rocket. Creaser goes down, and Alpha have done an excellent job. Again, 4Kings set up on these power-ups is not working out at the moment. And you know what? After this power-up's over, I should switch around to it really. There's only one set of power-ups left. Really nice rocket from Demon to finish off that quad run. You don't really see a lot of quad runs with the rockets. In fact, looking at this scoreline now, it looks like 4Kings are going to lose this map, and we're going to go to a third in the first best of 3 potentially. I'm going to follow some 4Kings players for a bit and see what kind of things they're doing. Let's look at Cruiser. He's down this yellow armor area, just waiting to stack that up. As you see, pressure from above. It's worrying him a little bit. He hasn't got a weapon or armor to defend himself. He's in a really bad position if somebody did come down and attack him now. He's having to wait a fair while to fight his teammates over the yellow. Last power-ups. And I'm thinking at the moment, oh, nice sharp rails from Demon. Take out Creaser. Look at that, 75% rail, 39% lightning gun. That's kind of ridiculous stats that see you win tournaments. Shows that he's right on his game. That's TA moving in for this quad. Take out DK. Zik's going to go down. So's Creaser. And there, the quad is going to sit like a cherry for them to pick and delay it. Ever so briefly. Maddox takes the battle suit as well, and yeah, it's 1,000% over 4Kings on this map. 1 minute remaining, impossible to catch that frag difference up. And so, we're going to start thinking about what's going to be the third map. Now, the last time these two teams met, again, they won each of those maps. Team Alpha won this map. 4Kings won the previous map. And we were left with Realm of Steel Rats. That was in earlier bracket play. 4Kings did come out on top and knock Team Alpha down. Rocket jump into Crisis Rocket as he dropped. So I'm predicting, I guess, that we'll see another Realm of Steel Rats. Unfortunately enough, not my favourite map. A few seconds to go.
Blue wins.
The blue team win. Team Alpha, 156, 123 4Kings. Look at some of this. All negative nets we see there. Couple of positive nets here, Keki and Demon. We saw some excellent play from both of them. Also brilliant manoeuvres from Sparty at times. Team Alpha just showing they really are up there with the best of them. And so, a third map on the way. To remind anybody that's joined late, this is the Clanbase Euro Cup 22 Quake Live Team Deathmatch Grand Final. This is the first best of 3. 4Kings, the current champions, and the winner brackets they're coming from, the upper bracket, so they only have to win 1 best of 3. Alpha coming from the lower bracket, they have to win 2 best of 3s, and it's 1-1 in the first best of 3 at the moment. So now the map elimination is going to take place as the teams run around on this essentially warm-up map. Just going to work out who has the most frags on the difference. It's going to be pretty close, I'd imagine.
In 2 seconds. Excellent.
Four Kings has the advantage of frag difference. They'll presumably allow Alpha to eliminate first, unless they're really not bothered about the last 2 maps and which one Alpha picks. It's a 7 map pool. Both teams have eliminated 1 map originally. They then pick a map to play each, which leaves 3 maps. So if they need a 3rd map, each team will then eliminate 1, with the winner on a frag deciding who will eliminate first, so they get the pick of the last map, essentially from the 2 left over. Alpha just debating what maps, presumably what map they want to eliminate. As I said previously, they played each other. Realm of Steel Rats was the deciding map. Oh, so Realm of Steel Rats has been eliminated by Team Alpha. 4 Kings. Let's see what they're going to pick. Wow. So, they're going to pick OSP6. Oh, wait a minute.
Vote now.
OSP6, of course, called Intervention, sorry. OSP6 was what everybody knew it as in Quake 3 Arena. This is now Quake Live, and it is called Intervention. So this could decide it, but if Team Alpha win, we're in for another best of 3. This could be a pretty long night. Pretty epic. Welcome. If you've only just joined us to levelupyourgame.net, I am Disrepute. 4 Kings vs Alpha, Clanbase Eurocup 22 Grand Final, first best of 3, 3rd map in the series. They're debating about what was eliminated. In fact, Team Alpha are claiming they already removed intervention. It should be campgrounds or purgatory, the choice between the last two. So it's not this map at all. It's going to be in between purgatory, which I doubt 4Kings would want to pick, and campgrounds, the most played Quake 3 map ever, I think, or just Quake as a whole.
Vote now.
And so it is campgrounds for 4Kings. Would have liked to see purgatory, but this is perhaps more fitting of a grand final anyway. One of the oldest maps in Quake, played by so many great teams over the years, dominated by legends. Gonna see how 4Kings and Team Alpha fare on this. It should be pretty equal. All the players should be experienced on it. It's not extremely, it's not a mega tactical map. The first two maps are much more tactical based, usually standard tactics, hold red, hold rail. But we'll see how the players play it. The two teams going to remain the same lineups: DK, Krisa, Verb and Zik for 4Kings. Demon, Maddox, Sparty and Keki for Team Alpha. Belgium, 2 Swedes and a Finn. It's a German, Czech and 2 Poles.
2 hits. Impressive. Impressive. 2 frags in 2 seconds. Excellent.
Campgrounds is such an old map. Everybody knows how to play. You'll see a lot of to-ing and throwing unless one team is really on top. The quad damage is in the middle area, in the pit. Pit of death, basically. Drop down into that, you've got a high likelihood of dying when quad's about, as everybody's ammunition will be emptied into that pit. If you can get a quad out, you can do an absolutely amazing run on this map and get all number of frags. Always being wary of winning back key areas like this red armor zone. It's a hard one to call which team will take this. I'm not prepared to even wager it. Waiting on DK and Sparty to ready up. A reminder to everybody that we will be covering Clanbase Nations Cup, TDM and hopefully some TTF, which will be starting soon. There's qualifiers, I believe, this coming week. Here we go, ready. Clanbase Euro Cup Grand Final, Map 3, first best of 3. 4Kings versus Alpha, and we're following Sparty to start off with. Tentatively goes up the bounce pad, worried about a rocket launcher. Guy running around, but he's not so worried now as he aggressively pushes on DK and eventually goes down to the 10 HP player. He moves across mid, isn't it? Not really pressured at all, even though it's such low health. And quad damage could be any time soon. The second rocket launcher will be up in a second, so perhaps he's moving there to secure that. It is, and there you go. Now now quad should be up. Whoa! What an air rocket on Demon as he flew across with the nades out there. Look at DK spamming those rockets down. He eventually goes down to Keki's rail from across the map. Zik takes him out though, and now he's got the rail on this mid-level, trying to rail down on the quad damage. He backs off to get a better position, lower on the power-up. He gets caught out. First by Demon, then by Sparty, who is the quad carrier. There's probably no better guy on the team that you'd want it at the moment, as he clears that rail area.